class facility. They want to have dinner. You got to have a dinner facility. They want to have, the other amenities that you have in the other casinos. So when we're justifying getting the casino here and we're looking at the numbers, we got to look at everything that, what can we possibly do to drive people to come in here to our casino? And one of the biggest things was the hotel. Once we got the hotel in, those people that are a little bit farther out, 2 or 3 hours, they can come in and they can stay a weekend. They can come in, they can plan a mini vacation to come over and stay with our casinos and enjoy themselves. So that's kind of how the market goes. That's why, Cooley Dam, their immediate population is not very much, but we get some Moses Lake travel. We get up to the Grand Cooley Dam, to that area, they come over. And so those are kind of the markets that we're dealing with and the reasons why we want to be where we're at. I heard a lot of people, wanting to do destination resorts, Moses Lake, Wenatchee, and other places. And we're working on that as well. Moses Lake, that we did analysis on that. That was like an $80 million facility. Trying to get down there, get some property down there, get it back, get it into trust, get a casino there. That's always a work in progress to do that. I think that would be the ideal. But right now, that decision is not in front of us. That business decision, if we were to do that, that would be a 3 to 4 year process, maybe even 5 to 6 years. So this decision is right now is the most viable for us to do Omak. But again, that lease is the only thing that's holding us up. It's been, something we concentrated on a 1.5 years, and I hope we can compromise with the landowners a little bit and get this property going, because I think this community would really benefit a lot more. We'd have some construction jobs, obviously, come April. Get some employment going, but we'd also have additional people that we can hire for the hotel and the casino. So it's an easy push for this district. It's convincing the other districts that this is the best decision, and that's we need to get the word out there. This is the best decision. Let's do it. Let's try to get everybody to back it for us.
These gaming projects, the longest that you can finance a gaming facility is 7 years. So their turnaround is really, really quick. As I was saying, we're looking at 3 to 4 years actually for paying this financing off once we get once we get in operation. So the actual financing will be for 7 years is the maximum that you can finance a gaming facility.
Speaking of the employment things, being a contractor, is the company that you guys have developed this thing, are they going to have to pull from our tribal contractors first, like all the dirt work, all the landscaping, the ponds, or are they going to have to go to your guys' tarot and stuff and pull our contractors, or they're going to be able to outsource through whoever they work with already? Where's the majority of
they're
the
going to be working with Zero. They have to fill out a compliance utilization plan, just like any other contractor.
Yeah, but being a contractor, I could pay 5% and I don't have to use your guys as contractors. I could pay the 5% difference and hire another company as long as they're cheaper. And if that's more feasible for them,
that's a very good point. And we're changing the code on the tarot. I don't know if you read that yet, but that 5% that those contractors pay into, we've created an incentive program. If you hire 60% tribal members, you get 1% of that back. If you hire 70%, you get 2% back. You hire 80%, you get 3% back. Now, instead of just hiring and walking off and not having any incentive to hire any tribal members, we actually have an incentive program to where they're going to get money back if they hire our tribal members, and it gets us out of this little loophole where it's kind of like the contractors are forced to hire members. This one, in this sense, the contractors are going to want to hire tribal members because it's going to benefit them in the long run. That's a change in our tarot code.
Because I know a lot of contractors around here, if a couple of us pulled together, I got 2 dump trucks, a lot of stuff that we can get done with or whatever, as long as everybody got together a little bit more. I know we're not multi-million-dollar companies around here and stuff, but there's a lot of stuff with that development project that doesn't need to be outsourced. We can do most of this stuff there.
Yeah, exactly. And that code change that he's talking about, one of the things I'm glad you're speaking up because I want people to really speak up, because I think Bernie Zachary came to us with that idea that he got from another tribe that was doing the same type of, they were trying to figure out how to get more tribal members employed in these types of businesses. So, you know, I'm just glad we're implementing it, and we're going to use that, because that's going to really spur them and provide them an incentive, a good way to get people on board at hiring tribal members. And right now, Atlas has done a pretty good job of retaining tribal members and getting them on board. Their number one goal is safety, so we want to keep that thing going. We've got to keep all of that going. Joe, could you talk a little bit about some of the market studies, like why Canada is so impressive, I guess, for the Omak Casino?
The Canadians, they don't have the possibilities or capability of having gaming like we do down in the States. Now, I think their gaming is limited to so many machines for, I don't know if it's province. Brian may have some better ideas on the Canadian rules and regulations and laws and stuff, but they don't have the gaming machines that we have here. They can only have, I think, 225 machines or something like that in one facility. They can only have so many facilities in the province of British Columbia, and it's really tough for them to actually even get into the market of gaming up in there.
The government owns them too, right? So
Yeah, and they're owned by the government too. I don't think they can be owned by individual tribes or native corporations or anything like that. There's going to be part of the government.
Goals are set like 15%.
yeah, and that's it. There's a lot of dissatisfied customers. And once we reach out to that hour, we get all the Canadian, not all the Canadian market, but we hit a quality Canadian market. We have a Sudas for Okanagan. It just kind of goes up. We have customers as far as we're Kamloops come down to the Okanagan facility. So we get a lot of traffic from that area. It's just being able to add that hotel amenity that'll let them stay.
Yeah, my name is Richard Allen. Huge. What you're saying is, you don't get the lease agreement down in the Old Bay. You can't build on that casino, is that right? You can't get the money from Key Bank.
Yeah, Key Bank will finance
They
it.
won't finance. Okay, what happens if you don't get that agreement and you have to grab your kid, you got to move it? Where are you going to get the money from to build a new casino?
Key Bank will finance, give us the money to move that casino if we have to. They won't
How you
finance.
build a new casino though? The casino's going to cost us $64 million when they default down there. And when you have no casino down there, what kind of guarantee you're going to get any money from Key Bank to finance you, because all of a sudden you're not making any money. You're down 50% on making money for your tribe, and you say you're looking for land. Probably you're looking for land for 20 years down there, and that ain't going to happen. As far as my understanding is, you're talking about a 25-year lease, and your agreement now is for 5 years. How much are you paying for 5 years for renting that casino, renting that land down there? People that own it, how much are you paying for a 5-year lease? Do you pay it in increments?
The 5-year lease that we're under right now, paying 4.5% of the gross revenues from the casino.
How much is that?
That's a lot of money. That's about $1.2 million. Plus $25,000 a year for ancillary businesses.
Do you pay that in increments? 5
Paid quarterly.
Okay, of course, that's four times.
Yeah, 4 times a year, they get a check for quarter or 4.5% of the revenues from.
My opinion is that people that own that land down there right now, they got human look at the guy, they're going to squeeze as much money as they can out of you. Do they know, as we're talking here, they know if you cannot make an agreement with them, you cannot build your casino out here in Okanagan. what's it gonna cost you? A lot of money, you know, to make that agreement for 25 years down the road. And what kind of guarantees, it doesn't make sense to me. My opinion from the beginning, I would put all my money down at the casino down there. And there again, you had a long time to find the land down there. You know, when the first time that you opened up until now, that casino's been down there for a long time. And you keep on paying people, you know, for the land use down there. And what kind of guarantee are you gonna be able to find the land, put that casino, once the lease agreement expires, but in 2 weeks, you've been working on it for a year and a half. And then you're saying, in April, that you're gonna start the groundwork down here. And to me, I'm a contractor, you're moving fast. I don't see it feasible that all happen. All your ducks have to be enrolled, and to me, it's not gonna work. The key thing is make an agreement with them down there. Then everything will happen. It's gonna cost us some money. I've been in this business construction since 1973. Now, it's really good that you got people out there, architects and everybody out there that are planning everything. But everything has to, you know, as much as I do, everything has to hit. The ducks got to be enrolled. You know, like the casino, you're gambling. You are gambling money out. You know, I would have put my money in that bingo casino down there when it first got built. I was working on that. There again, our tribe was so far ahead of everybody. We had a lot of resources back then. I would have built the casino at the beginning. And if that shuts down the casino down there, you lose 50% of your revenue. You get what?
We act that those revenues would not stop. The casino would stay there, operational, until we got the new casino built, and we just transfer to there. That's what the plan would be. If we can't lease the property and we have to leave from there, the casino will stay there in operation. Until the new facility is built, completed, then we just transfer the operation up to that new facility.
Where are you going to get that money then?
I'll borrow from the bank. They won't loan us any money if we can only build one casino. Okay? And if we can't build this one, then we're gonna have to build one down there.
You're small, if you're going to need balls down there, it's not going to get the money up there.
Yeah, because if we don't get the lease down, then we have to move. So we have to use the money that we're gonna borrow for this casino to build that one down there. Is what we'd do. So this casino would not be built. We would take the money that we'd be financing this one with to build a new one down there.
We just need to go a long-term investment instead of just keep going these quick fixes. You know, we don't need
No
to keep
doubt.
negotiating for
$10
25
million.
years from now. If it's going to cost $50 million to buy the land from them guys, let's buy it. And let's think long-term, you're going to generate $50 million off of it and go one spot. Instead of getting all these little backup side plans, like, you know, if I'm going to gamble, I'm not going to bet $50 on this and $75 on this, so I still win 25 of my dollars back. I'm going to go all in on this one hand or nothing. I'm not going to sit there and keep playing chicken shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be, if you're going to think something like that, you got to be willing to throw it all in or go home broke.
Okay, well, I agree with you, Jose, and I agree with you, Richard. Last year when I first got on council, when we were made aware that this lease agreement would be possibly expiring this year, I'd mentioned to some of the board members, my colleagues, that in my opinion, they should have been preparing for this. And if it was going to be a possibility that we were going to have to move from MA8 to MA18, in my opinion, that's something they should have been working on the whole time, so that just do like a short 5 or 7 year lease of MA8, and then when that lease expires, you're already ready on MA18, so that we don't allow the landowners to dictate how much we have to pay them to stay there. And just for a heads up, you know, some of the board and some of the council that were on the board, they're pushing to put more permanent structures down on MA8 when we don't even have a lease. They're trying to do a C-store. They're doing all these things that came to the committee this last, right after the administration building burnt down. The board came in and wanted to spend $100 and some thousand for the A&E design for a C-store. And the only two that voted against it was me and John. And the reason we did was because we said, until we get that master lease signed, why would we continue to put more permanent structures on that facility, knowing every permanent thing that we put on there, the price is going to go up? I mean, that's common sense. And we were outvoted on it. And so now that the lease may be in jeopardy, that $100,000 might also be in jeopardy too. So, you know, and that's a fact. And, you know, me and John were the only ones that voted against it. And I guess I hate the part that whether it's Key Bank or whoever, they're using one project against the other. So here, since last year, we've been kind of like promising this district, this community, that we're going to get a new casino. Now that this master lease is falling apart down in Mill Bay, now we might not get it. So one day it's on, one day it's off, and you know it's pretty stressful, I guess. I don't like to make promises to people that we're not going to keep, and if we can't keep them promises, then we should be opening our mouth, and you know that's how I feel.
So, did you support Omak Casino or Mill Bay Casino? Which one? So you just said that you were supporting switching to M18. Yeah, so you're supporting that casino. You can't do either or. You gotta do one. Which one are you gonna do?
They're telling us that Key Bank won't finance both. I've never talked to Key Bank. I'm only going by what Stina tells me. So
Where are you gonna get the money?
Key Bank
to
has
finance
$90
two
million.
projects?
Key Bank is holding $90 million of our money, and they're only gonna finance us for this much?
Where are you gonna get the money to finance two
You've
casinos?
got $90 million.
Let me know. I would love to see that done. I'd do both of them if we can have that done.
Wow.
We are gonna do it. That's what I've been pushing on this last year and a half.
Are we gonna do it or are we not?
We are doing everything in our power to get OMAC done. If this lease doesn't go through, then no, we can't do it. Period. I'm banking on this lease going through. You were banking the lease is not going to go through.
I prepared. I don't make no promises.
Yeah, and then as soon as we,
I thought council was supposed to be concurring. I'm just saying.
I get told after the fact.
Sorry.
Can we do a 5-year lease on MA8? We just finished the 5-year lease, and that's about the financing that we'd be looking at would be 7 years. Is what we'd be financing the new facility for, would be 7 years. So that 5-year lease would be, it'd be up to the landowners.
How many are you offering?
That's what I'm asking, that even an offer, you know, they're tribal members too.
Yeah. The tribe does own 33% of the property down there. So the tribe is the largest landowner down there in the area. Yeah, and we could probably do a 5-year, but that wouldn't be very secure for that. The bank would be touch and go on that because the financing is going to be for 7 years. They would want to guarantee that they're going to receive their money back within that period of time.
What the other tribes are doing, on the coast, they come to invest it, put the money up, all you put up with land, you get a check, put it on the shelf.
They're actually not doing that, no. You can't have management contracts. The Indian Gaming Regulatory Act does not allow management contracts.
Finance all the other casinos then.
They're financing, they're getting the financing, but these other companies aren't coming in there and running them and operating them for them. They're operating them themselves. So they're getting outside financing for that's what they're doing.
yeah, with the hotel.
Well, what about, let's see, great work flags on there, they can put up all the money, all we gotta do is the land, get the lease, you get a check, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, and
They're
this,
not sitting there waiting, arguing about, we're gonna build this one, or we're gonna build this one.
That's right.
They won't build. Should they build the first
Not
gonna answer that question?
Which,
Why don't you get the ladies to come and invest? That's another option.
there's that possibility too, yeah. There's other options for investment stuff, and they are investing some of it. And it
That's
does,
something. Put
it
a
does,
plan a contract, get 49%, they get 51%.
that's not how it works. That's not how it works. There's a joint venture over the Great Wolf project you're talking about. That's really important right now too, and they actually lost a court case on that. That they're having to pay taxes on the 49%.
We're gonna have to take taxes no matter what.
No, we don't pay taxes. The common friends don't pay taxes.
But you guys are giving things away with paying taxes 20 years from now.
No, that's not, that's not what we're working towards.
I pay taxes.
Pardon me?
I pay taxes.
Everybody pays taxes. When you buy things off the reservation, you pay. The tribal government does not pay taxes.
I do.
I know you do, and I do too. I pay taxes.
I pay taxes.
Yeah, we all do, but as a tribe, tribal government does not pay taxes, and the federal corporation does not pay taxes. Individuals do pay taxes.
Why? This is where I got in a big old ordeal with LNI and all this stuff. Telling me, you know what? I'm a tribal member working on the tribal reservation doing our tribal resources. Why am I issuing out money for my own people? Why am I paying them? I should be paying the tribe. I'm using all your resources, all your guys' money, and utilizing all your stuff. I'm paying the state for doing all this stuff here. I mean, I can see if I was working off the river, and I'm paying the state. But I thought I was like, shit, I'd rather be paying you guys. I heard that it was. They don't even know why. Because I called them and they say, "You're a sovereign nation. You shouldn't be doing nothing like that." That's what they tell me when I call them.
The tribe isn't. The tribe is a sovereign nation. Individuals don't have sovereignty. The government has a sovereignty. Yeah, people don't believe that, but actually that's.
Well, that's not correct.
Talking about a casino along 5-year plan this week here. And I see that we have Mr. Jackson and Mr. Williams working for their casinos for years. They were supposed to be transitioning in some of the local Alden they're still here. And are they going to be part of this new casino? Are they still going to be here? Are they going to? I know they work for you. Are they still working for the casino and the CTEC organization or CTFC? And the other one is there are contracts. There was one contractor that didn't need a seat for working on a gaming project. What I'm confused on is how do these contractors go to work gaming dogs? They don't need a hire. They don't need to fill out material forms. It's still work. And there's no questions coming from, I think we know what costs. Because I go through you to get the information. And this contractor didn't need anything. And he came and I don't know how much work he did, how much he paid for it. But I was under the impression that the contractors here getting some of those contracts. Get them in there is pretty hard. Carol trying to help these contractors locally get these jobs. So if you do have a new casino, I hope you would utilize our local. As I said, Mr. Williams and Mr. Jackson continue to be part of this gaming. I remember back in 91, 95, they were going to be here a short while and trained to be gone.
I don't know when Randy or Carl, either one of those guys come aboard. Randy's only been there 4 years, 3 years. Carl, I don't know how long he's been here. So.
Yep. There it is. Yep.
Any more questions on your Omak casino? Brian, do you have any idea? Have you guys done a study on the new machines that replaced the bingo?
Oh, yeah. We don't have a study, but they're actually, they're performing pretty well. I mean, we've seen some decrease in machines, overall, for Okanagan, and I mean, in revenue over generated. Machines that we're running. I'm sorry. So in the casino business now, it's not, we derive our money from the volume of the machines, so, or not the machines, but the play. So it's not a constant, we need someone on the machine every day, every minute. The machines themselves, I can ask them to get together that information.
We get the information together for you for machines. It's not $1 million per machine. I think it was going to be about $2 million for all of the machines per year. Is what they're looking at.